So honestly, I don't know what's wrong with people. So today I had an interview. It was like an hour and a half or so on the phone. These interviews are pretty much for my son's autism and whatnot, which the doctor pretty much told me to do. At this point, she's asking questions, right? Like, of course. And she's asking me what I do for a living. And I said, oh, I'm a content creator on YouTube, that. So she's like, she got like an attitude the minute I said I was a content creator on YouTube. And she's like, so what do you even do on YouTube? And I'm like, well, I read tarot cards. And she's like, oh, wow, do people really watch that? And I was like, excuse. Anyways, I was like, let me let that slide. And she started to ask, information, income, and whatnot. I told her that. So in my apartment, my boyfriend and I, we pay half and half and whatnot. And she's like, so who pays for that apartment? I'm like, me and my boyfriend. And she's like, I don't think so. Do you live there for free because you're a content creator? And I was like, no, I don't live here. At this point, she's being very hostile, and then she's like, "Okay, give me my your son's birthday." I give it. She's like, "Where was he born?" So I did tell her what he was born, but I was missing the county, which she could have told me that, right? But she's like, that's not what I have here. So I said, let me just double check with the birth certificate. She was being so picky and I was already stressed. And when I get stressed and anxious, I kind of like lose grip of what I do. So I was like very like nervous. I was like, I'm sorry, let me just double check. So she's like, how do you not know if he's your only child? Like that, very unprofessional comment. And I said, you know what? It's because I said I'm anxious right now. And I said, second is because I was in an abusive relationship, which that's why I divorced his father. So with this said, every little memory that I could have that was amazing, I double guess myself because I was so abused mentally that I often think I'm doing something wrong, which you are making me feel like I'm doing something wrong. And she was super quiet after. Moving from that, she was super hostile. She's like asking me questions and I gave her answers, and she's like laughing and making comments under her breath. Like, it was the worst hour of my life, and I had a lot of freaking bad moments, but this was. I really don't know why people who work in the health department or special needs department are so rude to people. Like, we're literally just doing what we are told by doctors. I'm doing just all of this just to make sure that my son has the best life and the best experience. I don't know why Milwaukee and Wisconsin people who work in, like uh special needs departments sometimes can be so rude. Most likely this happens in other places too, but I'm like, what did I do to you? I'm just answering your questions. And she's like very rude, making me feel very uncomfortable. So I had to call again because I don't know if she even did that report correctly. Like, at this point I'm so stressed.